Okay guys, welcome back to Cycle Every Day. Today I wanted to do a video on some accessories we bought recently from a store in the UK and in other countries as well called ALDI, and they kind of had this kind of bike event going on, so we kind of brought a few little things that we thought might be useful for us when we're using our bikes, what we use them for. And I wanted to do a video along the canal, so actually I'm along Route 54 on the National Cycle Route, which is just down the road from us. So I wanted to do the video from a nice spot just down here, but unfortunately due to the British weather it appears that it's just started to rain. It's also very windy as well, so I wanted the video, so we'll head back home, we'll do the video from there and just give you an update really on what we think so far. Okay, so I'll catch you in a minute. Okay guys, so welcome back to Cycle Every Day. Ironically, it's stopped raining, so you know, it's just the way it goes, but we're back home now. And what I wanted to do today was talk about a few different things we've got for the bike. So like I said, I've got some things, picked some things up from ALDI for their bike event, which were the lights, rechargeable lights front and back, and also a backpack, which also doubles up as kind of a pannier. But also kind of got this mount. I didn't get this from ALDI, we just kind of made this up, but I thought it was just interesting to show you guys how I've put that on there. But let's start off with the lights to start with. So these are the rechargeable lights, one for the front and one on the back. These cost £14.99 for the rechargeable lights, and basically they've got 4 different settings. So this is the front light here. So you've got a few different settings, so that's setting 1, 2, 3, 4, different brightnesses. Hold it, turn it off, but also you can also have it flashing. So 1, 2, 3, 4 different settings again, and then we go back to the normal setting. Okay, now this charges from a USB port, which kind of just plugs, you can plug it into the back of your computer. Or just any kind of, you know, any USB plug. And what I found with these take about a couple of hours to charge up from empty. And using it along the canal and at night time, I have it on the brightest setting, and this will last about an hour on the brightest setting, which is pretty good really, because my commute is roughly about 50 minutes. So if it's on the way into work, when I get there I can charge it up, and then it's ready for when I come back. So yeah, so far I've been using these for probably about a month now, and these actually, I'm pretty impressed with these, to say how much they were. And you know, it doesn't cost a lot to buy some lights. You know, I bought these lights, which are just normal battery operated ones. This one on the front here, which is kind of like a cat eye one, and again it's kind of similar. You can have it flashing, you can have it steady, but because these take normal batteries, you know, constantly having to recharge the batteries on them, or to kind of replace the batteries on them. And I know I can buy rechargeable batteries and charge them up, but honestly, it's just, I found these a lot easier because the fact that I can, when I get to work, just plug this into the back of the USB port. The back is similar, so you've kind of got, again, some different settings on it. So just take it off. Basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you hold it down, it kind of flashes. 4 settings on flashing as well. What I normally do is I kind of stick this onto the back of the seat post, and I've got another light there, so I have this normal battery light flashing and this one steady. Again, this one lasts for about an hour as well, which I find quite useful. The one thing I found with the lights actually was, especially going along the canal now it's dark, if I'm going along the canal at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's actually pitch black and I need a light on all the time. And obviously I've got this, normally I have a Brompton bag on the front, with all my stuff in. I've got this light on the front as well, which I have flashing, but actually I need something to shine on the ground. Now obviously I know I can get the Brompton lights, which kind of fit just underneath here on the mudguard. But obviously I haven't got those ones. I've got this one, and now obviously this hasn't got a bracket on. Now I could get a bracket for this, but it's because it's got this elastic band. What I normally do is I just attach it to the front here. And actually it works really well here because it shines on the floor. I can actually see where I'm going, so I can see where I'm riding, especially along the canal. Sometimes there's lots of glass along there, and that's where I get punctures. So this is really useful, actually having it on the actual wheel, on the fork bit. So yeah, and you see in the video how it looks as we're going along in the dark. So obviously it's important to have lights, especially this time of year anyway, but when it gets dark, it's actually a legal requirement to have a light on a bike in the highway code in the UK. So those are the two lights. We've got two on the front, so one here which is a steady light, one here which is the flashing light, and then we've got the ones on the back, the flashing light on the back there, and the steady light on the back there as well. And yeah, to be fair, I'm pretty impressed with these lights. Like I say, £14.99. Been using them for about a month, and they're working very well. The other thing I wanted to talk about was this kind of mount, which we didn't get it from ALDI. As you guys know, I use cameras, not only to make videos for YouTube, but also for safety. So if I'm going along the road, you know, just keeping an eye on if anything happened, there's some evidence there. And I usually just have the one on the front. Now, I would really like to get one for the back, but I haven't got one at the moment. But the front one, what I found was I had this kind of bracket, which I used on the handlebars. It's like a clamp it's a GoPro, because it's a GoPro Session 4, but basically it's a clamp and the camera kind of slots in here. What I used to do, I used to put it on the handlebars here. What I found is on the Brompton, is that this marks the handlebars, there's a little mark on there. And I wanted to get something more kind of, something that didn't wobble around as much, because although you can tighten this up, it does wobble and move. So what I've done is I've had an old kind of bracket off my son's camera, which I kind of on the Brompton, on the handlebars, you have this gap where the handlebars meet the frame. So I've just kind of sanded down this mount so it fits in between, and then tightened it up. And the mount's really kind of stable now, and that's what I use. And you can see from the video the little pictures that I've got on there, and that's worked really well so far. Haven't had any issues with it, and like I say, that's just a mount that I've had that I found. The last bit is this bag that we bought, this pannier type bag. Now obviously the Brompton hasn't got a rack on the back. Also the wheel size of the Brompton is only 16 inches, and this bag that I bought I don't think would work on the Brompton, purely simply because of the wheel size, and it'd be kind of dragging along the floor a little bit. So what I've done is put this onto the Wisper, and I'll show you what I've done with it now. Okay guys, so here's the Wisper. This is our electric bike. You've probably seen from some of our earlier videos that this was the first kind of electric bike we had, and this is what I used to use to commute on. Folding bike as well. The reason why I'm bringing this one is because of this bag. Now obviously I've just explained about the wheel size. This is a 20-inch wheel, so it's slightly bigger than the Brompton. And it also has a rack on already, because the rack is where the battery is, so the battery part here. The reason I wanted to try this bag out is because, like I said, we use our bikes a lot, most days, well every day, and you know, if we go shopping on them or pop down to the local shops, it's useful to have a bag to put stuff in. And I know we've got the rack and we've got these straps that we can use, but they're not. It's not brilliant. It kind of still moves around. Whereas this bag, it will come in useful. We've used it a couple of times already. for shopping if we popped out, and yeah, it just takes the weight off you, so you haven't got to have it in a backpack, or you know, if you can't fit it in on the Brompton bag, then this is perfect. So yeah, the good thing about these bags is that they kind of clip in, so basically you ain't got to kind of mess around with all the straps and everything. It just kind of hooks onto the rack and just flaps down. The weight in the bag holds the pannier down as well. So we've got one over there, one over there. But the other good thing I like about this is that you can literally just kind of take it off. So what we can do here is there's some Velcro kind of straps that you hold on, that hold it on a little bit. But you can also take it off. So it just kind of clips off there. Undo this one. This one clips off. And basically we've got our kind of pannier bag here, but we've got some zips here, so we zip it up fully. So now we've got a bag that we can hold on the handle, but also it has the straps. So all we do is we basically connect the straps like that, and now we've got a backpack that we can kind of take with us, fill it up with our shopping as we go. Yeah. So you know, you go shopping, you can fill your bag up as you're going along. Basically take this back to the bike, unclip it like this, tuck those away so they're not flapping around as you're going along, and all we need to do then is basically unzip the like that, and then this basically goes back onto the bike, hooks over there, clips on one side, clip the other clips in on the other side. And there you go. Okay, and that's it. It's done. Pretty sturdy, it won't fall off. Maximum weight in that's 10 kilograms. Now this bag was £12.99. And I'll be honest with you, I think it's pretty good so far. Like I say, we've used it a couple of times. The other thing I like about it is that you've got this high vis cover. So if it's raining, for example, all you need to do is basically put that over, bring it around the side, put it in, and there you go. You've got your high vis cover as well. So now it's waterproof, and people can see you as well. And yeah, I know there's lots of panniers around, and that's brilliant. And this is just an example of one, isn't it? I mean, it costs £12.99. Is it going to last a long time? I don't know. Like I say, we've used it a couple of times already for going shopping. You know, this probably isn't going to be any good for your massive food shop, but for your kind of just popping to the shops or just popping out and you pick something up on the way home, I think this is brilliant. It's going to be perfect. Yeah, so that's the bag for the what we've got on the Wisper. Like I say, if we had a rack on the Brompton, I honestly don't think it would fit, purely and simply because it's the difference in the size of the wheel. Okay, so it's going to be I mean, it's not far from, I mean, it's fair away from the ground now, but I haven't got a rack on the Brompton anyway, so I can't really try it. But it'd be interesting actually, guys, if anyone's got a Brompton, anyone's got one of these bags, have they managed to put it on, or are they going to put it on? For me, I think it probably would be a bit too close to the ground. Yeah. So I think, you know, a couple of bargains. You know, the bag, the lights, and then just a bit about the camera, really. That's what I just wanted to share with you guys. And it'd be interesting to know if anyone's tried these, maybe got them from ALDI during the event, which was probably last month it started. And there's some other really good things as well. They send like little toolkits for bikes and things as well, which we picked up. So yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you found that interesting and useful. And you know, let us know if you've had any of these different things. And yeah, I'd be really interested to see in the comments your opinions on it. And this is just one example of things that we're going to be using to help us use the bikes every day and just make life a little bit easier. But yeah, again, thanks to everyone who subscribed. Really appreciate all the support. And you know, really grateful and enjoy reading your comments and, you know, having a bit of a discussion around different things. That's brilliant. So guys, thanks for that, and I'll catch you in the next one.